Expecting mothers have been able to apply for temporary disabled parking space permits since July the 1st, but a Florida disability advocate is fighting back in court. Action Jack state and local government reporter Jake Stofan is live downtown. And Jake, the new federal lawsuit says Florida's law violates the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Well, that's because it is federal law that not only mandates the existence of these spaces, but also defines who is qualified to use them. Well, whether well-intentioned or not by the state expanding that definition, the disability advocate who filed this lawsuit argues the end result will mean fewer spaces like this for people who truly need them to operate in society. Under new state law passed earlier this year, expecting mothers can apply for a temporary parking permit that allows them to park in disabled parking spaces for up to 1 year.
It's really kind of wreaking havoc on people.
The idea was intended to make life a little easier for pregnant women, but Olivia Keller, who was born without arms at the shoulder and relies on a power chair to get around, argues the effect in practice has just made it harder for people like her to go about their daily lives.
I drive a van that has a ramp so I can get out of my car, and that requires a minimum of 8 feet of clearance. If I don't have that, I literally cannot get out of my car. I am trapped.
In a federal lawsuit, she and her attorney, Matthew Dietz, allege the new law violates the Americans with Disabilities Act by loosening the definition of people with disabilities to include expecting mothers.
It's just not within their power or discretion to change what federal law is.
We asked some local residents what they think about giving expecting mothers disabled parking privileges. Chandra Franklin says she thinks it's a great idea.
They have difficulties, swelling feet or any other issues that come along with pregnancy. It's not like, you're pregnant and you have 9 months of glamour.
Tracy Levi, who has a disabled parking permit herself, says it could make it harder for her to find a spot, but she doesn't mind sharing the spaces.
It's worth it to help them out.
But Keller argues whether the intentions behind the law are good or not, there are other solutions like designating new spaces for expecting mothers that wouldn't negatively impact Floridians with disabilities.
This doesn't exist to make my life easier. It exists to make my life possible.
Now, we did reach out to the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, which is named in the lawsuit, for comment on the story, and reached out to the state representative, Fiona McFarland, who sponsored the bill last session. We have not yet heard back from either. For local coverage, you can count on Live Downtown. I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jack.